Right, well, instead of staring at the world's tidiest office, I thought I'd decide to do a video, finally, of the Optare, which is a rather unusual vehicle, which is something I tend to go for. It is running the 2.8 iVehicle engine, which, if you've watched any of my previous videos, I do go on about it quite a bit because it is a very reliable system. It does look like something out of Star Wars or something. It's kind of, in some respects, it's quite an ugly vehicle, but it's pretty functional. First thing I've noticed is it's missing one of the spaceship's hubcaps on the rear offside. Fuel cap doesn't look like it wants to stay closed. That's BY. It's got a nice offside entrance on the rear, which makes up for the fact that you can't get in at the front on the driver's side. But, I mean, you'd have to do a few modifications in order to use it as a door again. Looks like this is the under-seat storage with a couple of health and safety symbols just there. There you go. Wasn't too keen on shutting that, but here we have it. It's done 14,000 miles, which could mean two things. It's not very nice to drive, or the application in which the council summoned it for originally wasn't as popular or as necessary as they'd first imagined. One factor, though, is that it has come from a London-based council, and they tend to do obviously smaller journeys quite frequently, so that could be one contributing factor. The side door here is on air, so you have to wait for the air to build up in order for it to open. We've got a wheelchair accessible ramp here, which is kind of covert, but it just kind of folds down like that. It is on air suspension, by the way, so both the front and the rear do drop really low down. You see it's got some scene lights and an awning and a couple of speakers for those disco moments. Here's one of the classic ambulance-y sort of hookup points, which can be changed over to conventional hookup. Find things like my trailer over here. So, into the cab. There's no seat in the front, but there could be the capacity to do it. And if you did, you'd have this nice little storage facility here. Not a great deal else. Yeah, there's definitely some way of doing that. Take this box out the front, be a good start. So we've got the onwind tracking on the floor with a couple of rather charming seats. That's a common theme throughout. It's definitely of the year 2006. But once again, very easy to adapt for whatever application you're looking to use it for. These sunroofs here, kind of cool. I was messing around with the buttons when it first came in, which don't really tell too much of a story. There's just a few random symbols which wouldn't really mean much. But I did press them, and these did open fully, which is kind of cool. We've got the reverse camera here, which also doubles up as a side camera, as you can see here. It's the 6-speed 2.8. You've got air conditioning here. Once again, you don't often find that in iVecos, but nice feature nonetheless. And there's your air gauge, 12-volt sort of charging device, and that's for altering your mirrors. So here's an air suspension button, doors opening, various lights are out, battery isolator, rear scene lights, door unlocks, that sort of stuff. Master switch. Anyway, the battery is flat, but it does run really well, and if you really were keen on this vehicle, I would be happy to do another video with it running and everything running on it, but here it is. Just kind of, the designer obviously just thought, I think, you know, what can we put there? A cupboard. There's a control function here for the air release door. More storagey sort of things here. As you can see here, we've got the night heat function. This here controls the generator in the back, which of course you can't open unless the vehicle has got power, because it runs off the central locking. So I can't show you that, but it's got some big ass leisure batteries in the back, which I haven't yet tested, but it does have some. And here's the voltmeter right here. Various lights. That here is for the water heater, which is here. So it's got hot and cold water. The capacity of the water tank is basically just that cylinder up there. Nice. Okay, that's the cover for it. So underneath these seats, oh yeah, we've already looked. What's got underneath there? Loads of wires, but nothing exciting. Basically, if it was me and if I was using it as a camper van, I would completely rip everything out of it. There's nothing really particularly good for a camper van. You could keep these seats down here, but for me, I would get rid of everything. One thing I do like is on the rear, which of course I can't demonstrate because the battery's not on. Looks like it was already unlocked. There we go. Very lucky. So look at these. Rather large. Little start battery for the generator just there. Various RCDs, split charging systems, etc. Take a good look at that. It's a pretty nice rig. So you've got all your electrics, all your power systems at the back, out the way. You could of course put them further down underneath the seats and use this as some sort of storage facility, garage area, but it's kind of neat how it's already done, and it's nice and compact and fits in really well. So yeah, there's the other camera up there. And that pretty much concludes the video. So yeah, in case you're wondering what I was doing this evening, I was getting pretty tired of loading that army truck full of stuff, so this is kind of a nice break. But yeah, Optare, like Marmite, this one in particular, nice low mileage, could be used for a variety of applications. I'm interested to hear what you want to use it for, so please get in touch, basefan.com. Bye.